It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So it's a Monday. Can you believe it's another Monday? Hope you had a good weekend. I had a sort of busy-ish one, but it was all good. And yeah, back to Monday again. So yes, we did the in-symmetry class. Some of us did the in-symmetry class on Saturday. I know some of you are yet to watch the videos or get around to making what you need to make. But welcome. Hi Christine, Janine, Michaela, Linda. Oops, see who else is here. Martina, Debbie. Welcome. Lovely to see you all. Hi Shirley. Hi Karen. Oh, lovely to have you here. It's very nice. Right, so I want to carry on having a look at layouts for card making, because a lot of you, I had some really good comments about last week's video to do with, you know, various rules of design. I know it's a bit early for me, isn't it? Oh well, it's all good. Yeah, so I know some of you do wonder about how to lay your cards out, so we're going to do some look at that kind of thing. First of all though, I am going to stamp a piece of cardstock. I can't decide whether to do a whole sheet or not, but I have got the lovely Enjoy the Moment out because it's such a great stamp set. Quite an easy one to do, a kind of stamp one sheet wonder really. And there's the other one there. Yeah, I can't decide whether to just do a complete random or do some other stuff. Actually, I might get some of the texture stamps out as well to do this. But it has got to be quite busy. It's got to have a lot on it. So might just do some. What's the word I want? Some diagonal lines. I've just inked this ink pad, so it's fairly juicy, but we'll just keep stamping. That will just have to be part of the look of it, I think. A juicy ink pad. There we go. Hi Miss Jan, I was wondering about you. How are you? Hi Cheryl. Hi Elizabeth. Let's see if I can get this to come a little bit lower. There we go. It's a bit better. Hi Mindy. Hi Wendy. So if you're just joining and you want to invite a few more friends to the party, please do. So I'm going for a very monochromatic look at the moment. It might all change in a second. I have got some pieces of card out already. I've got 2 greys and Merlot. I wanted to go for a very simple kind of colour scheme. Okay. Trying to hide some of those stalks. There we go. Do have this one as well. I'm wondering whether to go in with a slightly different colour. I am, however, enjoying this dark grey in spite of its juiciness. Hi Darrelly. Who else has joined? Hi Glenna, Sue. Lovely to see you all. So I'm just filling this page up with lots and lots of pattern, because this is going to get cut up into quite small pieces. So I do need quite a bit of pattern all over the place. So, oh, you like this set? Oh, good. Yeah, it is a good one. It's so beautifully drawn and detailed. I just sometimes struggle with the shapes within it because they're quite unusual. But when I say unusual, sorry, they're not unusual for what they are. They are what they are. But you don't often play with this this shape when you're creating pattern. So it's just a case of playing with it and finding a way to make it work. Okay, I think I'm kind of run out of space now, apart from I've got these tiny little seed pod things, so these could perhaps go in various places. And then I think I'm going to cheat a little bit and bring on a texture stamp just to fill in some of these areas and stamp that with a lighter colour. Yeah, the sycamore, lovely, isn't it? Right, let's get some texture. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking. I'm going to go for... I think I will go for this one. But I'm going to stamp it in Smoky Slate. Hi Bev. Hi Sheila. Lovely to see you all. Please do invite your friends to come and join us. If you know you've got friends who struggle with those kind of pesky masculine cards. Now I don't know whether to go for that one, which is quite an open design. Go for something a little bit more. I'll go for that one. Now, I don't think I want to use it in its entirety, so I'm going to use it on my hand and just use portions of it. Oh, not enough. Okay, I'm going to have to use a block. It would help if I didn't drop them. There we go. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm deliberately using a smaller block than what I need because I'm trying not to have a full design, although I just want little hints of it. Oh, Miss Glenna would have been working today. Actually, Monday. Usually at work, aren't you, until later? Glenna, you're on early. No, Martina thought I was on early, but Glenna's on early. Oh, and Cindy's on her way back on her road trip. So if some of you haven't seen, I have got a space for a class tomorrow. If anyone's interested in it and has been asking for one, it's class 1, so it's the kind of one sheet wonder, the initial steps basically. So if you've been watching me and thinking I want some tuition about that, I do have one space. I thought I'd had a full class and then somebody can't make it, so okay, that's not too bad. I don't mind all this texture now, actually. Oh, I wonder it'll be interesting to go in with a secondary texture. Let's do that instead. Wanda. Nice to see you. Okay, nearly there. I don't actually want to spend too much time on this because we've got lots to do. We've got a lot of work to do, guys. Right. So I was thinking about different sizes and layouts, and I did a bit of a sketch. And so what I want to play with today is the idea of using squares in design and building those sort of size squares up. So what I'm going to do is cut some squares to, now I did have this measured out, 1.5 inches or 3.5 centimeters. Just dropped. Just a little piece of card. Dear me, I'm on butterfingers tonight. Pick up the block while I was down there. Right. So I'm gonna just pull my camera up a bit and then just do zooming in. This phone is so sensitive. I have to be so careful when I do my zooming because it jumps from. Oh, yeah. There must be an easier way of doing that. If anyone knows about Android phones and zooming, please let me know because I'd like a more subtler way to do that. Hi, Janice. Oh, Janice has got not Janice. Bev has got grandma duties today. Okay, so I'm going to cut. What I'm going to do mainly inches, I think, for this card because it's a little bit easier. So I'm cutting 1.5 inch strips, and I'm going to cut 1.5 inch squares. So just. I'm actually cutting, can you see I'm cutting 2 pieces of card in one go. I just realised maybe I should have done them a bit bigger than this. Anyway, I'll cut these up. We will make use of these even if I don't do it on this first card. So I'm just going to cut these up. So I've got 5 lots of squares here. Okay, just a little bit left over there. So we'll use that for something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just cut a 6th one here. Okay, and then I think we'll cut some at 1 3/4 inches. So if you did want to do this in centimetres, it's approximately 3.5 centimetres and 4 centimetres and 4.5 centimetres you could do this at. But I'm doing it in inches, so I'm doing 1.5 and 1 3/4 inches. So creating grids is a really simple way of kind of card making. Super simple. And then you can also play with creating grids and then taking sections out or merging sections and so on. So that's the plan, to just have a bit of an experiment with how you can do layouts. So thank you for bearing with me when I've done all this cutting up. You're obviously all having a bit of a chin wag and a catch up. Janice is freezing. It is quite cold today. I've got my special, well, I switched it off now, but I had my heated mat on earlier to warm my feet up. And I've got my handmade socks on. And I've got my boots, my fake Ugg boots that Esther got me. So my feet are toasty warm. Right, so now we come to cut this up. And so we're just going to cut this into squares a little bit smaller than the ones that we have just done. So we'll do these ones at 1.5. Maybe 2 of those. Might as well cut 2. You know, if you're going to cut 1, you may as well cut 2. That's what I say. And then we'll do these ones at 1.25. Ooh, come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, if you guys in Australia are just as cold as us here, then must be something wrong. Joanna says it's chilly in Cambridge too. Is that Cambridge, UK, Joanna? Oh, come on. Why is this card not... Stop behaving itself. Nice. Cambridge, UK. Right. So this is 1.5. Oh, no, is it? No, it's 1.25. That was a close one. Wish it was cold in Texas. Oh, yeah, you guys are always tend to have it a bit warmer than us. Okay, so I've got 6 of those, but I may as well, seeing as I'm on a roll, I may as well cut all these pieces up. I know might seem a little bit tedious, but once they're cut, aren't they? And you can use them for all kinds of things. So those are my scrappy bits. I'm just going to pop those to the corner a second. Oh, what dates did you want, Martina? Oh yes, it was supposed to be summer solstice, the longest day of the year. What's the time? Well, it's 5 to 10, and it is still light outside. It's not warm, but it is still light. It has been raining, and I don't know what happened to the storm that we were meant to have. That didn't quite happen. It rained. Yeah, Martina, exactly. We were promised storms, but the storms didn't happen. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Oh, were you supposed to have storms as well, Paula? Oh, and Paula's garden party went very well. Congratulations, Paula. If anyone's interested in donating to the cause that Paula raised for, it's for motor neurone disease. I put a link up in Artful Stampin space. Okay, now we can play. So I've got all our little bits, and I just love sometimes just having a very neutral palette, very simple palette to play with, and juxtaposing different colours onto things. So let's just have a wee play here. That. Louise's feet are cold. Oh dear, Louise. You know what you need to do. You need my special radiator, don't you, Louise? Okay, so I was thinking of doing this in a 6, because that just makes a super simple card and you're done. Now what you can do is once you've... Okay, so let's start with having the pattern of 6, and then we'll start subverting it. So we've got that. Oh, it's... Hold on, I'll type it in. www.artfulstampin.blogspot.com. There we go. Yes, sometimes it's easier to go straight to Blogspot, because the artfulstampin.co.uk domain name is basically a mask for the blogspot address, and because of sort of security certifications and blah 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 things I don't understand about websites, sometimes it's with, especially with sort of more modern computers, it sort of sends up a warning saying, oh, are you sure you want to go to this website, it's not secure. And so people get a bit scared off from going there. Right, so we can just repeat this now by having my little pieces there, or we can change it up a bit. So we could do one of those there, one of those there, one of those there. Ooh. That is typical. That is a Scottish summer. Oh my goodness, Janice. Totally. Okay. So pretty much anybody can do this. Okay. Minimal supplies, just a bit of coloured cardstock, cut up loads of squares, and then just have a wee play, really. See what you like doing. Then you can mix things up. So you might decide, okay, I won't have that there, have that one there. Might change that up, do that one there instead. Or I might go, don't know. Oh, just thrown my grey cardstock across the room. And then I was thinking what might be fun is to colour in just some certain portions of the seed pods. We do have a really nice orangey colour, don't we? We've got, oh, got Calypso. Oh no, how does that, the Cajun Craze one? Yes, this is lovely. So we could colour these lanterns in a different colour, just to highlight those a little bit. So just because it's a masculine card doesn't mean it has to be drab. You can just add a little bit of extra colour there. Oh, these here. Maybe even these seeds. Oh, there's that colour too. Oh no, sorry Lorraine, didn't realise that you're in pain again. Oh, physio. Yeah, fortunately it's that whole no pain no gain type thing, isn't it, where they really do push you. So it'll be worth it. Right. So I'm just going to see if I've got some bits already cut out here actually, because this will make it easier to put these together. So let's have a looky. These are going to look. So who's made these kind of like grid cards before? They are super easy to do. And then you can also play with dimension. You can use dimensionals. And then also, look, we can colour the edges if we want to. So before you know it, we've gone from a very simple layout card, but then with a little bit of playing with textures and things, we can add all this lovely detail to it. It just steps it up a little bit, takes it from to ooh. that exact tone. I think you can hear my neighbour. She sent the dog out for a wee, and I think she's complaining of the cold. I don't blame her. It is cold out there. I don't know why I'm whispering, because she's actually a little bit hard of hearing, so she won't be able to hear me. She's got this wee little dog. It's very cute. Quite right, Lorraine. You have with that break. Oh no, I think the seed pods need colouring in, don't they? Let's colour those in. Beauty must suffer. That she must. There we go, Lorraine. You're obviously so beautiful. You need to suffer. Is that a German saying, Martina? Beauty must suffer. Right, I think these can be coloured in, these little seed pods. There we go. Oh, I tell you what, it was lovely on Sunday. I don't know if anyone watched our service from Sunday. So for those of you who don't realise, I know some of you are new to my channel, but on Sundays, unfortunately or fortunately, we have to use my channel to do our broadcast from our church, because I'm the only person with 1,000 subscribers in our house. So not that you can broadcast without 1,000 subscribers, sorry, I should qualify that, but you need to have some special equipment and so on, and also the location where we're at, it doesn't have Wi-Fi, so we have to just sort of make do. Anyway, this Sunday in Wales, they said that we could sing with our masks on, so that was lovely, because we have not sang in church for a very long time. I know different lockdowns around the world are different, but that's the rules. That was the rules in the UK. So. Right, so cut my base. For some reason, my blade was working fine a minute ago, and now it's gone a bit funny. If that does happen, you can just snip off the little, what I call the hairy bits of the cardstock. Oh dear. And I think this was the piece of card that fell on the floor earlier. I think my floor is a little, oh, it fell on the bin bag. I brought a bin bag in from outside to put some rubbish in, and it was a bit wet, so it's a little bit damp. Never mind, we'll keep going. So let's just have a check of the layout, what I can fit in. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm going to have to squish that up a bit, otherwise it's not going to fit in. So I'll do that. This is where the good old licking of one's finger helps, just to get a bit of friction to move things around. Right, I think that'll do. Let's get some of these stuck on. Is in the house. Patty Cranfield is in the house. Oop. Hi, Miss Patty. That's a good idea, Janice. Janice takes an emery board to the furry bits. Right. Ooh, ooh. Oh well, this might not be exact, but never mind. Hi Karen. Nice to see you. How are you? Oh, that's lovely. Yes, it was Father's Day here too. Oh, I have to tell you a funny story. So a few weeks ago, Tom and I and May were in Oswestry, which is a market town near to Welshpool. And I passed a stall and thought, oh, they have some nice things. And May was looking at different things on this stall. And on this stall, they were selling semi-precious stones and sort of crystals and things like that. And on the stall, you could purchase this sort of white rock crystal thing. You weren't allowed to look inside them, but basically they had rubber bands around them. And they had one of them open to show you what it could be like. And you could purchase this thing and you would open it up and it's got all crystals inside it. So it reminded me of a story that my father once told me when he was younger. So I don't know if I've told you this story before, but anyway, I'll keep telling it. And basically, when he was a boy, he lived in Kent. Well, he lives in Kent now, actually, but in a different part of where he lives now. And there had been a bomb crater where there was a massive hole in a field where a bomb had gone off. And he and his mate had gone down there and had found lots of rocks and flints. And so they were on the hunt for a flint that had like crystals inside them. So they started throwing these, they found a big flint, big rock, and they started throwing little rocks at it to break up the little rocks. And they were finding these beautiful crystals and things inside some of the rocks. Eventually, the big rock that they'd been throwing the little rocks against, that cracked open to reveal the most beautiful like crystal thing inside it. But my father says that the story goes that he has not got a single one of those rocks, and his friend basically argued that it was his, so he did not get a look in. He never had that crystal to take home. So it was just such a sweet story, and just almost like this massive story of like regret and oh, what a shame. And so when I saw this rock at the market, I thought, oh, that's nice. That will remind him of his, this will be like a replacement for the rock that he never had as a child, that he never got to keep. So I bought it for him. So I sent it to him in the week, you know, all very carefully packaged up. It still had I didn't open it. It still had its rubber band around it. And then, you know, it had bubble wrap, and then I put it in a nice box, and then I wrapped that box up to make sure that it didn't get broken. And so he messaged me on Friday or Saturday to say, oh yes, your parcel's arrived and whatever. I was like, oh great, okay. And then I was leaving church on Sunday, so obviously it was so nice for us all to be together on Sunday. We ended up, you know, chatting for quite a while, and so by the time we sort of left to come home, it was sort of gone 1 o'clock. And so I checked my phone, and I've got like 2 messages. I've got one from my mother and one from my father. So I'm going to have to read them out to you because I don't want to get the message wrong. Oh no, hold on, I'm on the wrong phone. Hold on, I'll just switch my computer on, see if I can read them to you. Anyway, let me read some of your messages. Sorry, I'm missing comments here. Jan went out with her quilt friends and had pizza. Oh, yum. Oh, has anyone seen Debbie's new quilt? Debbie, if you're watching, your new quilt looks amazing. Although she says that she's been doing it for years. Night, Sue. Oh, you're up early tomorrow. Okay, lovely to see you. Just have to go with it. Okay, Michaela, no worries. Oh, it's nothing like girlfriends, is there? Right, let's see if I can find this message, because I don't want to, you know, cast my parents in a wrong light. You know, I wouldn't want to tell you the wrong thing. Right, so my mum messages me. What is the mystery of the look-alike stone and what is it for? Daddy is wondering about his Father's Day gift. Like smiley laugh crying emoji. So then, hold on, find my dad's message. Thank you for another personal card and a mysterious gift. I have yet to be able to guess what it is, and then I may have an idea how to use it. Please enlighten me. So I'm like, okay, so he clearly hasn't actually opened the rock. You know, this is what I've realised. So, well, this is what I thought. So I call them, and well, yeah, that's it. I call them, and I'm like, Dad, have you actually opened, like, have you taken the rubber band off the rock? Have you actually opened it? And he was like, oh no, I thought you just put the rubber band on to stop it breaking apart in the post. I was like, no, you got to actually open it. Anyway, so it was quite nice because then I was able to watch him open it, and then he was like, oh, it's like crystals inside it. Like, yeah. Anyway, there we go. So I said, it's to remind you of the story about when you were a child, and he was like, oh, right, okay. Anyway, there we go. So that's the story of the semi-unwanted gift I gave my father for his Father's Day present. There we go. So then, so for my father-in-law, though, we managed to go out for lunch with all my kids, because Luke is now back from university, and my father-in-law. So it was kind of to celebrate Jaden's birthday and my Father's Day, really. So I'd been in the charity shop last week or so, and I spotted a jigsaw puzzle. He likes jigsaws, and I spotted one with lots of lovely birds on it. Although, to be honest, it looked a bit Christmassy. It's the sort of thing you give someone as a Christmas present, because it was obviously in the UK. It's winter around our Christmas time. Obviously, you guys in Australia, it's a bit different. But anyway, the funny thing was, though, it had somebody else's name written on it, because it obviously belonged to somebody, and then it was donated to the charity shop. So I think it had the name Jean on it. So Tom was like, what are we going to do with this? Anyway, I came into my craft room and found my, you know, very good eraser, this one, you know, with the thing. And I managed to scrub off the name Jean. I don't think he's noticed that it's got a little mark on it, but there we go. Anyway, he was quite pleased because he likes, as I said, he likes jigsaw puzzles. So. Oh, bye, Cindy. Oh, sleep well. Right, I'm really liking this sort of colour scheme. It's very classic. But I think this hint of dark red is really nice against the grey. It's very classy. Right, there we go. Just need to, again, trim off a little bit there, but that's all right. So, now this time I think I might use dimensionals just to shake it up a bit, you know. Oh, where are my dimensionals? Oh, there we go. I even used my... I need to get a few more of these black ones. I don't use them as much as the white ones, but when you're doing a project with darker cardstock, it definitely, I think, helps, makes a difference. Yes, I did, Liz. I know. I've just read about that, and I'm waiting. I'm wondering if we're going to get a phone call. I guess it all depends what member of staff contracted it and whether they were working when we were there. So yeah, I imagine they would have called us by now if we had been there. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yes, I just read that. Hi, Jackie. What would they look like off center, Ruth? Yeah, they could look okay. Oops. Oh no, we're going to go for that one, won't we? Okay, my only issue with this pattern is that I don't feel like it's really showing off those stamps to the best. I nearly changed my mind in terms of whether to use this stamp set because I think the images are a little bit too big, and so we're ending up only seeing small portions of the design, which I'm not entirely convinced works personally. So I'd like to maybe try this type of thing again, but with oh, no, night, Martina, rest well. Yeah, with slightly more detailed stamping, I guess. I'm just not convinced. This is, yeah, but anyway, it's good to try it, see what it looks like, and then oh, that one's not stuck on. Stick that one on. Right, so hang tight, guys. If you're watching this on the replay and you want to skip to the end, that's fine, because I want to do another card, but subverting this a little bit and maybe doing mixing it with some long panels and some squares as well. Because once you've got your basic grid system, you can then start to subvert it a little bit. So, who's that? Is that Kathy Irvin? Hello, Kathy Irvin. Nice to see you. Oh, that's the wrong way round. Oh well. Oops. Oh well. It's good that these don't really matter too much what way up these go. Okay, so let's cut this down. How is Miss Kathy? Nice to have your company. Right, so that's those two done. Right, let's have a little play then. So I've got this piece and this piece. Oh, here we go. This is the one. And so I'm going to add the size of that plus that. Hold on, let me just do that again. So 1.5 plus a bit of a space. Okay, so that's 3 1/8 there. Let's do that. Oh, what's happened to my phone? There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, night, Liz. Take care. Right, so got that and that. Oh, I think I might just cut another piece because I've got enough here. Oh, did I not cut that at the same size? Oh, I did. 2 3 1/8 there. 3 1/8 there. So I could do a bit of colour blocking actually. I have done this a little bit on cards before. Let's do that. Ooh, yes. Let's do that with some texture. I'll get my embossing thing out in a minute. All right, so let's keep this a bit simpler then. If we cut this to 4 inches by 5 1/2. Cut this to 4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so this is such a simple way of creating lots of cards. Basically, we're going to take this whole lot and we're going to cut it 1.35 like so, and then we're going to cut this one in half. Maybe do it 2 1/2. There we go. Oh, take care, Janine. See you tomorrow. So we can do this. And this. So look, 3 cards. Ta-da! Easy peasy. So then we've still got some about little odds and ends and bits and bobs here. So we could then just go, oh, fancy sticking that there. Got a spare bit of that. Might stick that there. Oh, got a piece spare bit there. I know that's not a true square. Now I should have, never mind. I could have cut that properly into a square, that section there, but never mind. Oh, weird. Okay, so my camera. There we go. Can you see what I'm doing? Sorry, let me just refresh my screen because I can't actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. Right, and we've got some other little pieces here left over from earlier. So I might decide to do that. What else have we got? Got a little grey piece here. Might decide to do that. Oh, this is fun, this is. Just adding little sections to things. Pop that across there maybe. And then I was thinking it'd be interesting to stamp a sentiment maybe as well. So what I'd like to do now is actually add some extra texture to some of these. I'll just have a drink, guys. Sorry, my throat is starting to go a bit. So I'm going to get my little mini machine. And we have some cool little embossing folders. Oh, 4 and which one's that? Oh, that's a 3D. I've got to find the right one. Some spots and oh, got those nice leaves. I'm sure I had checklist somewhere. Not sure where I put it though. Oh, there it is. Right, 3D embossing. No, don't need that one. I think it's just this one I need, isn't it? Right, let's have some fun. So let's pop. Let's do the checker one to start off with. See what that would look like. Roll that through. My little babe. Oh no, that's not right. Hold on. Wrong plate. Sorry, I'm just trying to read which one I need for what. Four and a 1. That's not right. 4 and 1. There we go. I bet you're all screaming at. Oh no, that doesn't work either. Insert embossing folder. Oh no, that's for 3D embossing folders. That doesn't feel right. Guys, help me out here now, please. What am I meant to do? What number? With what one? No, that's going to be too much. Is it the 2 clear and the white? Well, that's for... Oh, is it just 1 clear and the white? I thought... No, 2 clear and the white is for when you're doing... No, that's... Two clear and a white are for when you're doing cutting. No, that's not it. That's for 3D embossing folders. For a normal one, it's 3, then folder, then 3. I don't think I've got 2 3s hiding. Oh, I feel like I'm, you know when you just think you're going a little bit crazy? Hold on. No, that's 3D. And 3 and 1. Oh, a 3 and a 1. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just, you know when you just do something, you just think, am I going slightly mad? It should be so obvious because I've done it oodles of times before, and then it just kind of all goes a bit haywire. I'm so sorry. I'm not, honestly, I'm not usually like this. Well, only sometimes. Right, we got there now. I'm going to just try and do a couple of these at the same time. Or do I want to do that at the same time? No, I don't actually. I want slightly different textures. So I might just pop that one and that one. No, not. Just do it. Oh dear. Obviously taken too long already. Someone's giving me a thumbs down. Sorry. I'll try and move faster, honest. You don't have to watch. You can come back later when I'm all done. Right. Okay, let's try a bit of this one now. Thank you, sweet planner. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's done this. You know when the instructions are staring right at you and you just ignore them? Yeah, that's what I'd like to say out loud, Paula, but I don't. I try and keep my cool. Right, I have done a card, a long slimline card with this technique, and I remember absolutely loving it. So I'm not sorry that I'm revisiting this technique at all, because it's so simple and so effective and a great way of that's a really good idea, Miriam. This is such a great way of showing off your stamped paper without having to use all of it in one go, basically. So I'm gonna, oh, what's the other one I've got? Got this one here. This is nice. Use a bit of that. You don't have to use the whole entirety of the embossing folder, especially this greenery one that's got sort of nice edge bits to it. You can just use the edge bits. So let's have a look at what we've got already, and then I might do a bit more in a second, but I want to get on and start sticking these down now. So there we go. Right, there we go. Hello, Miss Debbie. Your ear's burning. I was talking about you earlier. Right, I've got to figure out how to put them all back together now. So, got that and that. That. Then we need... Oh, I love that. So classy. Oh, no, that one. Look at that. How classy is that? Right, I want to get this stuck down because it's so nice. Thanks, Jackie. Yeah, exactly. There's slightly more pressure on her life because I'm thinking, no, I meant to know what I'm doing. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. This is my life. I should know. Well, you know what I mean. Not quite my life, but my job at least. You think I would know what I'm doing. It is super classy, isn't it, darling? Oh, no, that's a little bit too... Oh, quick, get it up before it sticks. Needs to go over a little tad. Actually, I'm going to move it up a little bit as well. Go for a very nice fine edge. I should have double checked really, but never mind. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. All right, just need a little more squidge of glue because remember when you're sticking on those embossing folded, those pieces of cardstock that you've put through embossing folder, they're got all that extra texture on them, so they just need a little bit of extra. Night, Karen. Sleep well, my darling. Lovely to see you. Oh, I like that. I wonder if I've got a little grey square left over from earlier. That raised up. Ooh, nice. Right, let's do it. See, it's worth staying to the end of my videos because like it takes me, sometimes it takes me, look, I have one idea and then it takes me a moment to kind of work it out, play with another idea, see what works, what doesn't work, and then improve on it a bit. So you can just take, you know, the best ideas from the video and go with it, you know. This little piece is very cute, isn't it? Right, we're just going to chop off that little piece on the end there, just to give it a similar border all the way around. There you have it. Classy. Right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, I don't even have a bit of card. No, let's see. No, I wonder if that's... No, that's not going to work, is it? It needs to be a different colour. Ooh, blue might be interesting. Hello, Vanessa. Nice to see you. I quite like the idea of that panel there. But edged in a dark red this time. Let's see if I've got dark cherry cobbler. No, that's light cherry cobbler. Is there a Merlot Stampin' blend? Because if there is, I think I'll put that on my next order. This one is the... Oh, it's a leafy one. It's the narrow one, Diane. Oh, Glenna might get this one. Ooh. There we go, a little bit of red there. Oh, and I think a little bit of, I was going to do a bit of splattage. Don't want it to look like blood though, but just a little misting. There we go. That'll do. Hi, Jeanette. Oh, you didn't get the notification. Oh, well, you're here now. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's doink these on. Blobby blob, the glue. Let's get this right up into the corner there. Good night, Melanie. There isn't a Merry Merlot blend. Okay. Oh, and I've just realised I've got that and that together. And I've already done that texture. Oh, wow. Just keep sticking. Just keep sticking. Just keep sticking. Let's keep going. We don't have one anymore, Diane. No, I used to. It was that that quilty one, wasn't it? I think it retired at the last kit log. Right, I'm wondering whether just to cut a tiny wee strip for the red. I think so. Now I have to put in another order. Play with what you have, Miss Vanessa. Your husband loves diamonds. That's unusual. What, he likes it as a pattern, or he actually likes that embossing folder? So I'm just going to measure this. Okay. Sorry, my brain's not quite containing the information that it needs. Right, so that's 4 inches, and that is 4 1/8. Right, so that is 5/8. So that needs to be 6/8. Oh yes, so for those of you who may not have spotted, we've got free postage on the 24th if you spend over £35, which is, let's face it, not hard to do. So I know, Louise, you were planning to put an order in at some point, weren't you? So I'd do it then because you get free shipping. Yeah, absolutely. Good idea, Jackie. Right, so night night, Paula. Sleep well. There we go. That's my little accent piece on there. Just give this a wee trim, like so. Very classy, methinks. So 1, 2, right, last one. What's this? Is this Smoky Slate as well? I do believe it is. So we've got this piece left. Should have one of those. Oh, I didn't think this out very well, did I? I'll emboss this. They're kind of opposite. Nope, that doesn't work that way either. Oh, right, Ruth, don't overthink it. Just use it, for goodness sake. Just do it. Just do it. Right. And then we should have a big chunk here somewhere. Yeah, the plan was to actually have different textures and different quadrants, but they're not quite quadrants, but you know what I mean. Anyway, look, we can stick that one there instead. We've got that nice piece. And what else could we do? Could have some words maybe across a section like that. I don't, I quite like it. Yeah, there's a DSP sale on next month. So I just need a drink. Yeah, I'm wondering, so you can help me out actually, guys. I was going to start planning a kit class for July, but I'm wondering if rather than me ordering product and then waiting for it to come to me and then getting it sent to you, that actually I will do it in a slightly different way. So what I'll say is, so the kit was going to be based on the garden birdhouses, is if you order the garden birdhouses and the penned petals DSP, so then that order will come to 27, about £27 I think it comes to. And then just make up your, order. If you want to get the free postage, just, add whatever else you want to add to it. And then I'd be happy to send a kit out. I'll have to think about what I'd charge for that. But it won't, probably about £10 actually, I think. Because you would have already bought all the things, it will save me having to post everything out to you, if that makes sense. And also because you would have bought the DSP, all I need to do is send you the card bases and some little embellishments and things. Yes, it'll be less than £10, definitely. Yeah, it will. Yeah. But the DSP, it's only going to be on select DSPs that'll be on sale. The specialty ones won't be on sale. I doubt. I say that, I doubt it. It also partly depends what's been selling well and what's not. They're clever like that at Stampin' Up, They want to sell the stuff that's not been selling. So anyway, I'll have a little bit more of a think about this my class idea. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, never mind. From the way I planned it. Stick that on there. Yeah, I'll have to think about this class idea. I'm just trying to think of ways that we save money on postage. That if you're going to be saving money on postage anyway, it's probably best for you guys to order the class materials, and then I'll design some 3 designs, but you'll have most of it already. Yes, and then make a tutorial available. I was thinking that, Glenna. Yep. It's a kind of it's kind of a way of me rewarding you for shopping with me, really. But obviously, if you are not interested in the garden birdhouses suite, then don't get it. The other suite that I've got that I want to play with is the Art in Bloom set. So if anyone wants to order that, or with their free postage, I am planning some classes on that. So if you've already got the bundle, it means that I won't charge obviously as much because you already own it. So hi Subu, better than dumping it like Amazon did. What do Amazon do? Ruth, with celebration, can you order anything from the other catalogue to get to the free values, or does it have to be from the celebration catalogue? In order to earn anything free during celebration, you have to just order current product up to the value of whatever it is in your region. Is that what you mean? There isn't a celebration catalogue. There'll be the new catalogue that will be coming out in August that will have a lot of the Christmas product in it. Is that what you mean? Do you have to order from the mini? No, you don't have to order just from the mini. You can order any product, so including things in the clearance rack. So yes, so for those of you who are demonstrators, tomorrow we get to see the mini catalogue, which I had completely forgotten about when I scheduled my class for tomorrow. But anyway, we might be able to have some sneak peeks. Go off and have a look. But anyway, yeah. Oh, big thing on the news tonight about Amazon dumping brownie ovens too. Oh no. That's a bit naughty. Right, so recap, guys. We've kept the palette very neutral, and this is something I would suggest if you're creating so-called masculine style cards. So I've just kept to Greys and the Merry Merlot, and also a little bit of light Cajun Craze just to colour in those lovely lantern things, just to give a bit of extra colour. And that is just a really super simple grid pattern, which I just think is just so easy and useful. And then with these cards, we went for the basically cut once and make 3 cards. So you get 3 pieces of cardstock, and sorry, cardstock or paper. So I've used my own stamped paper, but you could use DSP, you could use 3 different DSPs, and basically you just do 2 cuts and then you swap all the pieces around, and if you want to do embossing you can do. And then I had these square little spare square pieces that I then decorated, or a bit of a leftover piece. So I do have these, let's have a look, leftover bits which I'll probably put in my, what's the word I want, scrap box, and they might make their way out another time, these little pieces, but I mean there's enough there to make, say, 2 more cards. So I've made 5 already, so there we go. I got peeps across the pond because I'm one who couldn't figure out the tutorial. What was that, Judy? Yes, Judy, did you ask me for the... I thought you paid for the tutorial. For the okay, so some of you asked to be part of the In Symmetry class. So some of you had paid and you got a email, and then I think there was one person who requested to join in, and I sent them a invoice, but they didn't pay, so I've reminded them. So if you were one of those people, can you just contact me? Also, the In Symmetry class, online class, the 3 videos are still available. So if you still want to be part of that and have the videos, it's £6. And although you've missed the Zoom was on Saturday, you can join in on Facebook. I have an exclusive Facebook group for those people who got the tutorials. And so people are sharing pictures on there. So there we go. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Oh, you could use them up tonight while the mood takes over you. Oh, I'd love to, Sue, but I'm flagging a little bit now. I might end up making more mistakes, I think. So, but no, I will keep them. Now, this is what you can. So this is a little tip. When you have these sort of pieces coordinating like this, keep them in a little baggie. This is one of my card bags. Keep them all together, and that way, if you need to make a masculine card, you know you've got all your little pieces ready cut up, and yeah, you've got all your bits and bobs together then. So I'm just going to slip all those together. That will go in my scrap basket, and it will come up for another day. So, oh, there's more pieces there. So in total, let me just figure out how many pieces of cardstock I used. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far, I think, including all the bases. So 5 pieces of cardstock and 1 stamp set. 1 stamp set, 2 colours. So 1 stamp set, 2 colours, 1 pen, and 5 pieces of cardstock to do all those. Obviously the embossing folders and whatnot, you know, if you don't have a machine then you couldn't do that, but I think these would look really cool. The other option to get some texture on there would be just to stamp these stamps on there. So dark grey on dark grey, you know, there's the basic grey on basic grey, and then Mary Merlot on Mary Merlot. So maybe we'll do that another day. Okay. So, right, lovely to see you all. I haven't realised how long I'd gone on for, and we'll see. I'll either come on a bit earlier tomorrow because I have a class at 8 PM my time, or I'll be on quite late. So, or I might skip tomorrow evening and try and come on twice on Wednesday or something like that. This would make a great class idea too. Hi Wendy. Oh, yes, a good class. Yeah, it could do actually. But now you see me do it. I've done the class. Yeah, I might actually, yes, steal this idea for a class. Yeah. Right, lots of love to you all. I'll have a think a bit more about the class for the garden birdhouses because I'm going to be using it in the next few days, and I'd like to offer more classes to you guys. So take care. Nice to see you, Heidi. Nice to see everybody. Diane, Wendy, Michelle, Glenna, Jeanette, Jan, Judy, Subu, Darley, Vanessa. Anyway, all of you. It's been lovely to see you. Take care. Good night.